Tonight, Paranormal Agents will be investigating the Alamo Antique Mall located in downtown San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio is an amazing place with historical landmarks, fine dining, the beautiful Riverwalk, and let's not forget the spirits of the dead. Hauntings are as popular around San Antonio as margaritas are on the Riverwalk.
Hi, my name is Linda Wickwire. I'm the owner of the Alamo Antique Mall here in San Antonio, this beautiful city of ours. I'd like to welcome you to our store and some of the hauntings and the ghost stories that we have here in our mall. We do have ghosts. They rest on the 3rd floor and the 4th floor. We're told it's a female, but we don't know for sure. We don't know the stories. As a matter of fact, there was a lady came Saturday, and she said she's been coming since 2005, but she won't go upstairs for the fact because the ghost was tormented upstairs. And she named the areas, the kitchen and the ghost room. We do have a room called the ghost room where most of our activities take place or people have been touched. Things move, the floor moves. Again, there's people that seen after hours are closed. There are people up in the window in the 4th floor, person standing. We've also had a sighting of a female walking the floors at night, walking the aisles in a dress. So we've had many sightings, many reportings. Also, people come down and lady hyperventilating and crying and screaming. Then we do have people who come twice a year, 3 times a year to visit the ghost, specifically the ghost. And so those are some of the stories that we're told. And hope you come visit us and come visit the ghosts that we have. Our address is 125 Broadway on the corner of Broadway and Travis, downtown, 2 blocks from the Alamo. And our phone number is 210-224-4354. All right, this is where our deaf and mute guy comes to visit his ghosts. He says this is the corner where the ghosts are that don't have a home, and that this is where they come out at night. And apparently one of our customers was touched here in this area as well. Now, it starts in here in the shower area. I've had a lot of activity in the shower area. People said they've come and that their hair just stands up on their neck in here. This is our ghost room, and it's been labeled Ghostly Bargains. Awesome. But this is where all the activity, because anytime customers come in, we ask them, where were you? You know, they always ask, is there anything weird happen in the building, or do y'all have ghosts? And we say yes, but we don't tell our customers, and we'll ask them, where were you in the relation to the building? And it's always in this room. When you come up to the 3rd floor, to the right of the stairs. So this is where everything has been done. Floors have moved. Lampshades have spun. These are recordings from our customers. So
I've only had the one incident here. They have an old antique elevator, and my folks were in town, and we came down here to visit, and Linda wanted to take them up the old elevator with the shut door. And it was really unusual because we all came off the the elevator, excuse me. And as I got off, I felt like the floors were just waving like this, and I had no idea what it was. And I was asking everybody else, do you feel this? And they were, no. And I was the only one, so we were, coming off. It was an unusual feeling for me, and I couldn't explain it. There was no earthquake or anything like that because nobody else was feeling it. But yeah, it was a very unusual feeling because you were walking and everything felt very loose. So wow, that was cool. I know I'd asked you earlier, but what is it that you feel?
Well, when I came over here for the first time 2 years ago, I thought the place was really interesting, and I got drawn up onto the 3rd floor, and I also felt the same thing that you felt, where the floors were really wobbly, and I felt really off balance. And then I got drawn into the ghostly room in there. I felt like there was a spiritual attachment to that room as well.
Is it that you feel a presence, or do you just feel the energy? Because you're saying you felt the waviness also. Is
Yeah,
that
could
energy?
be from an EMF field, really high EMF, which we'll do a baseline reading throughout the building too. But the potential here for spiritual attachments to objects, since this is the antique store, is pretty, good chance. And then so close to the Alamo and the, this historical area here.
I've often wondered that because all the antiques that are in here, And then, but you have the one lady that's always been seen, obviously she's part of the building, but you know.
Yeah.
So, cool.
Oh my goodness. Hello? Whoever moved that door, can you do it again? Can you open the door all the way? Just push the door open. Come on, push it open some more. I'm not afraid. Is that how you get to the party? Is the party upstairs? There's all kinds of stuff happening. Well, hello. Okay, that's the elevator shaft. Do you want me to come upstairs? If you want me to come upstairs, you need to open the door for me. Be a gentleman.
Okay, for whatever reason, this other camera that I just had on me, it just shut off. We don't know why, but it looks like the battery's full. Look at that. You see that? Battery's full, isn't it?
Yep.
So, I mean, there's really no reason why that should have shut off.
I got a full battery too.
So, for whatever reason, this camera just shut itself off, and I have no idea why. But we're on the 3rd floor. We're in the ghostly bargains room, which is probably the most haunted room in this whole place. And those voices you're hearing are coming from outside. So that's not an EVP, just for the record.
Those are drunk people.
Drunk people. Okay, so we have drunk people right outside. But this place is awesome. It's old, built in the late 1800s. It's a phenomenal location, and it's got a lot of antiques in it. So, I mean, it's a place that you know is going to harbor a lot of, I guess, a lot of emotions from people that are connected to a lot of the items that are here. And we're going to just do an EVP session and see what we can pick up.
I don't know if you're real or not, but I've heard that who's ever in this room has scared a couple of people at least. I'd like you to show yourself to me. Come over here, touch the antenna on my device that I have in my left hand. Come over here and prove to me that you're real.
Hey Ben, why don't you try walking around a little bit over here in this room and seeing if there's something that'll spark up.
Why don't you walk around?
Now just take a walk and see if that thing's gonna light up.
Okay, jump to a 0.3, back to a 0.0. Walking. Walking. He hitting stuff.
Was that you, Ben? Do what?
What?
Was that you?
Yeah, it was me.
What happened?
You freaking left me in there. That's what happened.
You didn't like that?
No.
Why?
Creepy in there.
Now let's see how creepy it can get in here.
Can you give me a sign that you're here? Move something or say something as loud as you can. If you say something as loud as you can, I might be able to hear you. Or at least my recorder will pick up your voice, and when I play it back, I'll be able to hear you. Mr. Cortez, are you here? I heard a voice. I would like to talk. Felt like something bumped into me. That was a pretty bad noise. They say the tunnel is sealed off, like with cement, so that there shouldn't be anything in there making. I just saw a shadow. That was weird. It wasn't like a black shadow, it was a white one. Are you trying to show yourself to me?
What I'm going to be doing an EMF sweep. A lot of these older buildings have a lot of exposed wiring and a lot of the old piping. So one of the things I noticed a little while ago was a lot of the fluorescent lights in here. There's a lot of humming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an EMF sweep, floor by floor, and see what I can come up with. Now, the lights, they have them on during the day, and that's when a lot of the reported activity comes on. And if anybody has any type of sensitivity to EMF, we might be able to debunk that.
Wow. Okay, I'm in the back towards the blocked off door. The feeling room's changed again. It's gotten colder in here. The hairs on my arms are sticking up now. Is there anyone back here that would like to speak to me? You have to yell, because I cannot hear you very well. If you cannot make a noise with your mouth, move a box. Tap on the box. Make a sound. Something I know it's you and not outside. Move something. Move those flowers. I want to know if someone's in here. Wow. The millimeter shot up to 1.5. It's going back to 1.9. Oh, I'm sorry, 1.1, 0.8, 0.7. I'm walking into the boiler room. 0.8. 1.2. Is there anyone in here? Point 0.9, 0.7, 0.5, 0.3, 0.2. Now I'm walking back out. 1.0, 1.4, 1.7, 1.9. Well, I'm looking at the electrical lines above me. Looks like it's going down to 0.1 now. 0.4. Now I'm standing in the same spot right in front of the boiler room door. I got a 0.9, 0.8. It's just fluctuating. I'm going to stand here for a couple minutes and see what happens. And it keeps on going up and down. Got a 1.3. Can you touch this machine that I'm holding in my hand? I want it to go back up. Make it go up to a 3.0. The closer you get to it, the higher the number goes. So right now I got a 0.5. Make it go up higher. 0.7. Higher. 0.8. Come on, get closer to it. 0.7.
Is there anybody down here with me? Can you please make the noise? Real high EMF readings here. Hearing footsteps right above me.
Did you hear a little knock?
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
If that was you, can you do a louder knock?
Everybody says that this room is extremely haunted, that has a lot of activity, that a ghost or a spirit resides here. If that's true, can you do something so that we know that you're here? Can you move something for us?
Some people have sensed that you're female. Is that true?
We mean you no harm, but simply want to communicate with you. Can you do something for us? Like Tasha said, are you female?
Were you killed in here? Do you speak English?
¿Hablas español? ¿Qué es tu nombre? Did you just get like a funny smell?
Mm-hmm.
I just had like a funny smell come over me, almost like something rotting.
Yeah, that's why I looked at you. I didn't know if you passed gas or something.
Now, if I would have, I'd have claimed that one, but no, it wasn't me. Seriously, it was really bad. It was just a quick whiff. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was a very quick whiff of something almost like rotting smell that just came by and it was here and gone.
It was a weird, I don't even know what it smelled like. I don't know, it was just weird.
It was pretty nasty. Was that you that tried passing by? Is that you that made that awful odor? Trying to give us a sign that you're here?
I don't think a female would have smelled like that.
No, I don't think that was
At least
female.
not an attractive one.
No, I don't know. But it was pretty bad.
Do you know who hurt you? Do you know their name? Ooh.
Is that you touching the antenna? Can you do it again?
Somebody
know-
hurt her, maybe.
It was kind of funny because that went off. I was moving. I don't know if that could have been me, but
Move again and see if it happens.
I'll try it again.
Maybe it's detecting your motion of your hands. Move your hands. Your foot. Move your foot. Is it you moving? Move a lot. Oh, even the EMF's going off. Okay.
I'm not moving when that went off.
Alright, maybe we triggered some reaction when we were talking about her getting hurt. Tell us the name of the person that hurt you and what they did to you.
Can you do that again? Can you make that machine go off? Can you touch it?
I was working at something here.
Hmm?
I was working at something here. She seems to respond more to talking to her than telling her what to do. I think most
Sure.
women do not like to be told what to do.
Boy, don't I know that to be true.
Mm-hmm. We'd love to hear what happened to you. You have a story that needs to be told. And we're here to listen. You're welcome to tell us all about what happened to you. Maybe we can help you. Was justice ever served in your death? Did your attacker get away with murder? How were you killed?
That was me.
Sounded like one of those fans just made a tapping sound.
Yeah, but I don't think that was anything.
Probably not. If you're in here, you need to give us a really big sign that you're here. Make a really loud sound or move something or knock something over. I'm getting some chest cramps.
It's trying.
I'm getting a lot of chest pain right now.
Hmm. Are you making Tasha have chest pain? Can you make that go off again if you are?
Was your chest hurt when you died? Were you shot in the chest or maybe suffocated or got stabbed in the chest? Something with your chest was hurting?
There's not supposed to be any alcohol up here.
I was out on the 4th floor provoking it to open the door. I had the door open, the door closed, just like this, and I heard the squeak of the door. That's exactly what I just heard. Came down, both doors were as I had left them, so I don't know where the squeaking came from. So that's why we came down here to meet up with Eddie and Tasha, see if maybe if them walking down there didn't shift the doors or something. But we're still gonna try to figure it out.
Okay, right now we're in the basement, and what we're gonna do is do an EVP session down here and try and see if we're able to get something. This is gonna be pretty much the last one. And we hope that we have some evidence on tape or captured on some of our recorders or video.
Little taps all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Something moved over here.
Were you ever arrested? Were you good or were you bad? You hear that?
Or was something to tell it?
Mm-hmm. Were you good or bad?
Stop talking for a second. There's something moving in here.
Yeah, there was something moving in here earlier when Alex and I were in here.
Okay, well, let's listen for a second and see what the hell that is.
If you're moving around in here, can you do it again? I'll ask again. Were you a good person or a bad person? Were you a violent person while you were alive?
Do you like to hit girls? Were you a wife beater?
Or are you afraid to come over here now because there's a man protecting her? And not only that, I'm a policeman. I can take you to jail. It was like scrambling, like something scrambling across over here. I haven't seen any signs of rodents down here, so I don't think it was a rodent. But there was something moving over here and all this stuff. Did you just make this sound? What?
I felt something pinch me. Is there a bug?
I don't see anything. Pinch you where on the back?
Yeah, right here.
Well, see, the sound came from over here a minute ago, so
Check me real quick.
it might have
No
moved.
bug bite.
No?
No bug bite.
Uh-uh. Did you just pinch her? Are you trying to hurt her? Was that you?
Something down here likes to hurt me.
Yeah, it doesn't like you, does it?
Apparently not. I'm an acquired taste.
I imagine.
We're finishing up our second and last night investigating here at the Alamo Antique Mall. Our team worked really well together and we investigated each floor and had a lot of amazing experiences and collected a lot of great evidence that we hope you'll enjoy watching. Would you like to share some experiences from this investigation?
Sure. And let me tell you something. We had a lot of fun over here, and we were here for 2 days, and they were spread out a little bit, throughout the week, because we wanted to kind of try and catch it on different days to see what would happen. But tonight we came in for second and final investigation of the Alamo Antique Mall and kind of wrap things up. And we had some really good experiences. The area was also utilized in Prohibition times, and of course with the outlawing of alcohol and what have you. There's tunnels that run underneath the building, which in turn were cemented up, but were used by the bad guys to run alcohol and booze and what have you. So we did a little role playing. Me being a police officer, I decided, you know what, I'm going to act like a cop and we'll play good cop, bad cop. And Tasha and I were on the 4th floor, and we did that for a little while. We don't know if we picked up anything yet, but I mean, it was worth a try. Alex and I did pretty much the same thing in the basement, right near where the tunnels were cemented up. And we had some results with that as well, where we heard some tapping on the other side of the tunnel. We don't know if we were able to capture that on recording, but we gave it a good try. The building, all in all, awesome. It's a lot of fun, and we enjoyed ourselves. And like she said, everybody worked well. What about you, Philip? You had anything good?
I enjoyed the location. There's a lot of floors, a lot of older antique stuff here. Myself up on the 4th floor with Renee, I heard some sniffling sounds, but other than that, it's just a lot of creaks and pops from this building being so old. We hit each floor, and that was the most significant thing that happened with me and Renee as well, I guess. But we're gonna have to review and see what we come up with.
What about you, Renee?
A lot of sounds, a lot of pops, a couple of cold drafts here and there.
How'd that go with you?
No, I didn't pick up anything after that, after we said the Lord's Prayer.
Okay. So what about you, man? I mean, do you have anything that happened?
I like the 5th, the basement. It was real good, had a lot of good sounds. Especially that knocking on the other side of the wall that's supposed to be cemented.
That was kind of creepy, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And all in all, this building is awesome. It's got a lot of history here.
We had a great time here investigating, and you should check out the Alamo Antique Mall. They have a lot of great antiques here. It's downtown San Antonio.